by design. We talking health and talking fitness, talking life and talking nutrition. Way more than looks and aesthetics. Gotta tune in and don't miss it. Hey, go, gotta go harder, taking it higher, bringing that info here to inspire. Chugging out fitness, bringing that fire. Hey, go.
Let's go. Welcome to Unstoppable by Design, where we talk all things fitness, mindset, and what it means to truly be unstoppable inside and outside the gym. I'm Matt. Today I'm joined by Anna Terry, my wife, and we're talking about gym intimidation and simple ways to shrink it.
If walking in feels scary or normal, we're going to give you a tiny plan that makes the first 10 minutes easy and then the next visit even easier.
Boom. So, why do people feel intimidated? What's one moment you remember feeling intimidated and what helped? Yeah.
I'm just going to share my OG story. I think I shared it in one of our first episodes, but it's my first day going to Juggernaut. We came from another gym, and at that time, the perception of Juggernaut to us was they're this big, scary, competitive gym and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, who am I? I'm just some new guy over here. So I was I remember you trying to get me to go there for a couple of weeks, and I was fighting you. I remember sitting at the table at my mom's house crying about having to go. I was so nervous. And then he brings me to the first class, and I'm in the car crying in the parking lot. This was weeks of crying, guys. I was so scared. If anybody understands gym intimidation, it's me. And now look where we're at.
100%.
But it's so do you ask what helped? You. So having a buddy who's not so scared is super helpful. But then I remember when I walked in the door, they had music bumping, and I was like, all right, this is like a party, okay? I was here for it. Keith at the time was the coach, and he was right there. He greeted us, and he's like, hey, what's up? And showed us where to go, made us feel at home. And then Jason was the first person to walk up to us and be like, what's up? And show us the ropes and talk to us and asking about us. So one, having a buddy helps. Two, going to the right place. The right place isn't scary. Now, trying something new is, I think, always a little scary, but it's only because it's a fear of the unknown. But that's always going to be present in something new. So I think a little bit of fear is normal and should be expected. But hopefully you're not like me and crying for a couple weeks before going to the gym. It's a little embarrassing detail about myself, I guess.
It is funny to look back at because you knew what you were doing working out, and just a new environment, a new gym was so heavy.
Yeah, and the perception that you hear from other people is not always the reality. You always got to go figure it out on your own. Try one class because it's not going to hurt you, or try 1 hour, whatever, depending the gym that you're at. But I knew within minutes of coming into the gym that those couple weeks of crying were a waste of my time, because that place, our place, is not a highly competitive, cutthroat gym that we thought it was based on what people had told us. It's a very welcoming space. It's truly like a second home.
Yeah.
And I never would have found something that I've committed to almost as long as you.
Yeah.
If I didn't step outside of my comfort zone, and it has brought so much joy to my life.
Yeah.
It's truly changed it.
So I guess gym intimidation, we'll make this one a shorter episode, but we'll break it down into a couple different situations that are pretty common. We hear from a lot of people who kind of walk into something like this. The first one being not knowing what to do. I mean, that itself can feel so intimidating. If you've never worked out, or you've only ever worked out by running, for example.
Yeah.
Coming into a gym and seeing barbells and kettlebells, looking at kettlebells, you're like, what are those monstrous objects?
Yeah, butterflies.
Yeah,
Not the animal, by the
bolts.
way. Yeah. I mean, even going into the gym knowing what I was doing, I was a coach. I still lost it. So it makes sense if you feel like you don't know what you're doing to have fear. But I think in our situation, that's what our coaches are literally there for, is to help you.
Yeah, for our environment, we're super lucky that you don't need to know what to do to start here. You just got to walk in the door.
Yeah. And, if you're going to a different gym because you're maybe not a group class person, don't forget we have personal training. I'm putting plugs in, sorry. And we also have remote programming. So if you not knowing what to do is one of your biggest pieces, like finding somebody who's educated to give you programming is super helpful. And especially if they provide videos, right? So that's like you may not have a coach with you, but if you want to go on your own time, we can guide you so you're using the best of your time, and we provide videos so you know what to do. We can solve all those problems.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Situation number 2 could be fear of judgment. This is a pretty common one, I would say.
Yeah.
Is somebody walking in and then being like, well, I don't know what I'm doing, so then therefore I'm going to be judged. And I would say nothing further from the truth. Like you know what? Actually, I backed that up a little bit. You will be a little judged in the right way. Like the coach will come up and watch your movement and help you move safely.
Truth.
And so, yeah, you almost want to be judged in that sense, because if you're doing a squat wrong and it's bad for your knees and you're going to wear out your knees before you're 35, yeah, I hope somebody cares enough to tell you.
Yeah, we're gonna call that coaching, not judging.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I see, like I get what you're saying, because ultimately that's what it is. Like someone who comes to our space who has never been coached, being coached feels like you're being judged.
Yeah.
Like it's really uncomfortable to receive that feedback sometimes, because essentially we're telling you you're not doing it right in a different way.
Yeah.
And that can be really hard to receive sometimes, but that's literally what our job is, to make sure that you are safe and you are able to move for as long into life as possible, and you get results.
Yeah, because we're not just, a conductor of a class. We're not just like, all right, guys, now that it's the 15-minute mark, you're going to do wall balls for the next 5 minutes. It's not like that. Like the coach is going to come in and help you move better. I think the biggest disservice a coach could do is to not coach you and to not find those flaws.
Correct. That puts you at so much risk.
Yeah.
And I think I'll add this piece to probably every single situation we talk about today. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to the environment. Because guess what? Gym intimidation exists because places, aka gyms, have created that based on their culture and their environment. So you can go somewhere and you can get very judged. Yeah. I'm just here to plug again that we don't do that. Those of you who obviously can't see us, Matt just rolled his eyes at me. But yeah, we I don't know, everybody, we see all walks of life, all fitness levels, all ages, all experience levels. We've had people who have come in and they may have been collegiate athletes and they're rock stars. Mm-hmm. And there's still so much new. Like we teach things very differently, or we have different standards than what they're used to, and it's like starting all over again. So regardless of how experienced or inexperienced you think you are, you're probably starting from the same space. And every single person that you see in our gym, period, coach, athlete, has felt exactly how you are, and we know what it feels like, and we can help you get through it.
Yep.
Just remember, I cried for 2 weeks. If that gets you anywhere, I cried for 2 weeks.
All right, third situation, something we run into commonly, could be equipment confusion. So coming in and being like, what is that ski erg? The handles look like Shrek ears.
They do.
What the heck am I supposed to do with that?
You pull it.
Yeah, or you walk in and you see a rope and you're like, how do I climb that thing? Why are you asking me to? Just confusion around equipment and how to use it.
Well, again, that's what we're here for as coaches. We're here to teach you that. And just because you see every piece of equipment, like if you walk in our gym, it can be overwhelming because there's some funky things that you see and you're like, what the heck am I going to do with that? Today, nothing. Maybe in 6 months you will. Yep. But we start you off at a space where you can do this because we want you to feel like you're winning and that you're successful. And we want to help you reduce that gym intimidation by giving you things that you feel confident in doing. And over time, we build you up and you'll get to learn what all that equipment is. And thankfully, like, again, if you're not in our space and you go to like a Planet Fitness or something like that, they have instructions on the machines, right? So that helps you learn what it is.
Yeah, hey, I mean, fitness journey is fitness journey. If that's what it takes. I mean, in our place, yeah, we have a coach to help you, which is great. So if you're waiting to become a professional on every piece of equipment before you start your fitness journey, like coaching becomes such a boring job. I'd rather want to teach somebody how to use equipment. So
Yeah, we
that,
love teaching.
yeah, that fear, and if you're holding off to become proficient or an expert on the ski erg before you walk in the door, please don't. It's gonna make for a very boring class for me.
Yeah, and like expert by whose standards? You
Yeah.
know, like if you're YouTubing things, like there are some pages that you can trust, but there's a lot out there that you cannot trust. And do you know, if you're not an expert in the field, do you know who you can and cannot trust?
Right.
So like it's there's risk everywhere, but again, like Matt said, we love coaching. Please don't make things boring for us. Come on in, mess up. We love it. We actually get hyped up because we're like, "Ooh, you failed this. That means we're getting close. Like we're figuring out. Like you can now identify like where things went wrong, and we can get you there faster now." So we actually feel like failing and doing things wrong is the best way to learn in our space.
Oh yeah, yeah. Within limitations like safety
Yeah, of
aside.
course. Yeah.
All right. Fourth situation is group class nerves. This is very common. Somebody comes in and they're like, "Hey, I'm just starting my fitness journey, but I don't want to be on display in front of a room full of people." Totally get that.
Yeah.
I think that shouldn't stop you from coming into a gym because there's different paths, there's different avenues that we can start with to help, like an on ramp or starting with personal training to feel comfortable around the different movements, feel comfortable in the gym environment, get used to the fist pumps after you crush something like
The let's goes.
yeah, and then you can look around, you can see that not very rarely is a gym just full of like Greek statues of people. Like
Yeah,
that
not
just
normal.
doesn't exist. That's not normal.
Yeah.
So I think the coming in there and then getting the hang of things and maybe starting off with a different path if you're afraid of group classes, or just trusting the community.
Yeah.
There's a ton of ways around that fear.
I also think too, like some, at least from my experience and feedback from others, is that people think group classes are like the old school YMCA where there's the big mirror in the front and you're copying the instructor and you can just see everybody and you're all doing the same exact thing. So it's very obvious if you mess up, or it's very obvious if you can't keep up. Ours aren't like that. Like you come and you watch from our loft and you see every single person in that room is doing something different. You have the same general workout, but every person is doing their own variation of it. Like if we have box jumps, you got some people jumping up on a 30-inch box. You got some people jumping up on a 2-inch plate. You got people stepping up. You got people just doing high knees, marching in place. Like everybody is doing something different that fits their journey and their goals.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, they're so focused on that and trying to breathe that they don't see you. We don't got no big mirror. Like they're just trying to survive their own workout.
Yeah, seriously. I think a lot of intimidation comes from like how others could perceive you or how you perceive others perceiving you.
Yeah.
And I think that oftentimes people are there to better themselves, and so they're really focused on what they're doing. They're just doing it alongside other people.
Other like-minded people.
Yeah,
Which
that's a supportive place to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and which I think again, it credits back to the space, the environment, because again, you're gonna go to some places where the group class is not comfortable, you know, and it's like you got to do your research on the gym and figure out, does this look like the place that allows you to be you and allows you to fail and allows you to try new things and not be nervous about it. Like I just think that's such a probably an underrated thing that an underrated blessing, I guess, that we have, where it's like I watch people in our space fail and someone is there cheering them on and clapping for them. And nowhere else in my life can I fail and get that kind of support.
Yeah. Yep.
So the group class has like some really cool energy in our space, and it's quite opposite of what most people think it is when they join.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next situation could be your own body image, like how you perceive yourself, or coming back from an injury. Could be intimidation to start, because I mean, you know, coming back from an injury, you're starting over
At zero.
Yeah, yeah, or much at a much different place than where you might have been. and that is okay. That's important for your body. But I can see that being intimidating for some people to walk in the door and be like, "Ah, man." Honestly, maybe not so much intimidating, but more of like an ego blow.
1000%, and I
Yep.
can relate to this so heavily right now.
Yeah, take it away.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, I feel like I'm taking away most of the stuff,
No,
but
no.
um, it is definitely an ego blow. Like right now, still working my way back from an injury. Mike prescribes me something at a 20-pound dumbbell, and I'm like, this is gonna be so easy. I'm like 3 reps in, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I'm so frustrated inside, right? Like, I have moments where I'm like, thank goodness I'm by myself and I'm not in a group class. Like, I definitely go through those moments, and they're purely ego driven because in a class, nobody knows what I can or can't do. Like, nobody knows what I used to do pre injury. There might be some people, right? Some people know what I used to do, but those people also know that I'm injured, you know? Or if you're a new person coming to a new gym, we have literally no idea of what you used to be able to do. So you're coming in completely able to reinvent yourself and do things right. In most cases, we get injured because we're not doing things right. Yes, me, hi, I'm the problem. I did not listen. So, you know, don't let ego win, because the price that you have to pay for that is so much more.
Yeah.
And I think even too, like the body image, right? Like they go hand in hand. Like my composition has completely tanked through this injury, and that's another like really challenging thing to deal with. But it's also like nature of the beast, right? Your movement goes down, your intensity goes down. Like naturally, your body's going to shift with that. Post having a baby, like
Yep.
you have a totally different body that you're coming back with. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the environment. Oh my God, did you know that? Because like we are here to give you lifespan and health span. And achieving both of those means that we work with you through every season of life. We're going to see you come through with every shape your body goes through. We're going to see you when you've lost a family member and you had to take 6 months off and you were just literally trying to survive, and you're going to come back a version of yourself that you've never seen before. That's okay, because we've seen it handfuls of time, and we are literally here to help you get back. We don't care what you used to be able to do. We care that you're here and you're still showing up.
Yep.
You're committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, myth busting time. We're going to use one myth. This myth is you must be fit to start.
False.
Yeah.
You start to get fit. Ow!
No, but for real though, I mean,
Yeah.
you don't just like born fit, or I guess I should explain that a little bit more. But you don't just like
Wake up and can deadlift 500 pounds.
yes, yeah, you don't like. I guess what I was saying with those machines, you don't wait to be a professional on the machines to set foot in a gym, because then I mean you're working out at that point. You know what I mean, to become a professional on those machines. So yeah, you don't have to start off knowing how to do everything.
Yeah, and again, if you do, it's just boring for us. So
Yeah, I like teaching people new things, and I like showing them how to unlock movement and which means health
Yeah.
for them. So yeah, as long as if I could teach people stuff, it'd be awesome.
Well, you're doing it every day. Nice
Let's
job.
go. All right, unstoppable challenge. Think about these fears or situations that prevent gym intimidation. And if something like that is affecting you, think of ways to overcome that. Maybe it's something we've shared. Maybe it just takes a little bit of extra thought on your end, but think about paths to success and then implement it. I want to see you implement one step in the next week. What do you think, Anna?
Yeah, I think that should be calling Matt for an intro. Plug number 7.
Yeah. If you're a listener and you're not part of Juggernaut Fitness yet, get started with us. Go to the website, schedule a get to know you session. It's completely free. You can book it and any availability listed there. We'll meet, we'll talk about the gym, talk about maybe some factors that are maybe slowing you down with gym intimidation, and ways we can work around beating that to help you get fit and get started on your fitness journey. But next week, we got another episode dropping. It's every Tuesday. Next week, we're going to be talking about setting up daily routines and why consistency matters. But until then, Be well. Be unstoppable.
Now's the moment, it's your time. What you need, true indeed, unstoppable by design.